Hey CFMA, what's the difference between a data warehouse, a data lake, a lakehouse, and an enterprise data model? Hi, my name is Ben Harrison. I'm the Vice President of Product Management at QuickLaunch Analytics. I want to talk briefly about those data structures and how they might impact you at your company. When I first started thinking about these data solutions, I found them confusing. And so I'm going to use a metaphor. I'd like to start with a library idea. So if you think about a data warehouse, that's like a curated research library. All the books are in order. There's a card catalog. There's a librarian put it all together. It's very structured, very planned, very rigid, and it's put together. A data lake, though, is different than that. It's more like an archive room, or even like my garage. Everything's in there. You just put in boxes of tapes and videos and letters, and just it's a jumble of any type of information and lots of it. A delta lake adds meaning to that. So the data lake all by itself doesn't know what's in the boxes. It doesn't know if it's the current version of what's in the boxes. And the delta lake helps that. It adds this layer of structure on top of this data lake that allows the researchers to find what they're looking for. A data lakehouse really comes from the idea of a data warehouse and a data lake, hence lakehouse, and it's a merger of all that technology. So it's kind of a mixture of structured data and unstructured data that then becomes very useful to your company going forward. So to summarize, a data warehouse is that structured data that you might use a tool like Power BI on. And traditionally, data warehouses were hosted on premise, but modern data warehouses are all cloud-based. The data lake is that raw, unstructured data. The delta lake is the layer that provides meaning to that unstructured data. And then the lake house is this layer above that that's particularly useful for artificial intelligence and machine learning. Today, there are multiple companies that do these solutions, the data solutions. You hear of things like Databricks, Fabric, Snowflake, BigQuery. All those are versions of lake houses that have the capabilities we're talking about. And picking the right one is going to be something you want to consider carefully. I'd like to provide or propose 6 considerations. 1, each of these solutions is designed for analytical processing. So you think about an ERP system is about validating transactions. Data lake houses are about analytics, and that's what they're built for. 2, each of these has transformation capabilities. That raw data has to be transformed. And so every solution has a way to kind of transform that and load that into the data warehouse. So that's where you get the idea of, you've heard of ETL, extract, transform, and load. Those are functionality that's going to be in each one of these. 3, the solutions are typically based on storage capacity and processing. They're priced separately. So data storage and a data lake is exceptionally inexpensive. It's practically free. But processing that data to turn into having meaning is where the money comes in. And you need to process that data to build the business logic and the relationships that you want in your lake house or your data warehouse. 4, some of these platforms are better structured for AI and ML than others. So as you're looking at what's important to you, make sure you consider which platform is going to support you as you go forward into that world. Number 5, merging data from multiple sources is one of the major benefits of a data lake. And so that eliminates a lot of point-to-point integrations, because you're really just using a tool to put all that data in a data lake. And that's where you're going to bring in something like a 5-tran data replication. So essentially, you're taking all your different sources and putting them in one spot. And 6, it's likely that your company is going to want to have both a lake house and a data warehouse. You need that structured data, but you also have all this raw data. And so you're going to have kind of a combination of both. And that's what your competitors are doing. That's the direction of the future. And so you want to probably start considering that yourself. If you want to know more about that, I'd be happy to talk with you. Contact me at bharrison@quicklaunchanalytics.com. Thank you.